Okay, this is a quick video on adapting the standard toolpath templates that you get out of the box. As you can see, they all, I'll just bring in this door here. This is a bevel shaker, 60 degree, 8mm deep, okay? So by standard, it's 8mm deep, you know. And after some time, you might then realize I want this to be, let's say, 5mm deep, okay? And rather than starting from scratch, I would definitely urge everyone to modify what you currently have. It'll start, what's the word, confidence building in programming. You know, you'll start getting your head around the various things because it's such a, how do I say it? Because editing something that's already done is easier than creating something from scratch. Okay? So I'm just going to draw a door here, just any size at all. Move to layer, bevel shaker, 60 degree, 8mm deep, right? And there it is done. Okay, now that is 8mm deep, right? I want to make a 5mm deep version of this. Okay, so first of all, anyway, I need to create a new layer, right? Because we don't want, how do I say? If you had a job that had an 8mm bevel shaker and a 5mm bevel shaker, you want to be able to distinguish between which set of doors is which depth, you know. So that's why we need to make a new layer for bevel shaker 60 degree 5mm deep. They'll be separate. Okay. 5mm deep. That's grand. Okay. So now we have two layers up here, and this one here, now the writing's cut off, but it is the 5mm deep one, right? If I recalculate now, nothing happens because these can't find a layer they're looking for, okay? So, the magic in here, right, if we go into our pocket, and every other toolpath, down as far as the V tool, has an offset in it. See this pocket allowance? That there basically means that this pocketing is going to be 4.62 millimeters away from the outside of the square. And that's done because the V tool actually always touches the line, and as it goes deeper, the point of it moves over. And we've done some maths to work out that 4.62 is how much to offset the pocketing to suit an 8mm deep shaker. Now, originally when I was doing this, I would have just guessed the number and eyeballed it and ran a heap of tests. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with doing that, it just takes a bit of time. But I realised then later on that you could actually draw a line at 60 degrees, right? And then draw another horizontal line, tangential, well, I suppose touching off the tip of that, right? And if we move that up, I'm going to move it up 5mm because I want to do a 5mm deep shaker, right? All we have to do is get the measuring tool and measure from the point to here, right? And let's not click it again, so I'll start from here. It's not clicking for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to hold it there, and if you look up on the top left beside X distance, it's 2.887. That's pretty much the profile of it. No. Plug that in there. There we go. And that is, hold on now, what is going on here? There you go, yeah. And that there is essentially the profile of the door. If I'm just going to snip it up and draw it a bit better. Now, that's essentially a cross-section view of the door. So I've measured from the outside of the line down to the point of the V. Okay? So now I'm just going to measure that again. Number's gone out of my head. 2.887. Okay, so I am going to change this to 2.887, right? And then to associate this toolpath, sorry, no, yeah, I have to go 4.5mm deep. To associate this toolpath with the new layer, we have to go into selector, select the new layer, deselect the old one and associate with toolpath. Watch the manual area here, and I press close. It's now highlighted, calculate, and there's our pocket. Gotta go to the next one now. I want to change that to 5 mil deep, 2.887 offset, selector, deselect the old one, select the new one, make sure associated toolpath is selected, calculate, close, bevel shaker. Now change the depth and change the offset 2.887, and then have it manually apply, have it automatically apply to the new layer that we want to associate with this door. Calculate, done, and here 2.887, selector, like that, and the last one then is 5. And because this is a V tool, it's inside. You're not allowed to do an offset with a V tool for some mad reason. Just select that layer, select a new one, associate, calculate. Right, and then just to clarify that all these toolpaths are in fact on the layer, hit recalculate. They've all recalculated perfectly. Now I know they're going to apply. Always do a simulation. Preview visible. Looking good. Always zoom in the corner. Yeah, looks fine. So once you're happy with how it looks, highlight all the toolpaths, close. We're going to save them all as a toolpath template. I'm going to select the old one, and then I'm just going to go down and change the 8 to a 5 and press save. And there you go. That's that. Very good. And the same applies for if we're doing just a normal square shaker, for example. Shaker 8. Right, create the layers. Right, if I just move this to layer, shaker 8, recalculate. It's very simple, except with a normal shaker, we don't need to worry about offsets because it's square, you know. So really, in here, we'll just be changing the depth to whatever we like. Okay, so the process then to do this: select, create the layer you want to associate with the new toolpath template. Bring in the template you want to modify. Go into the template and change the relevant information, change the depth, change the offsets if need be, and recalibrate the automatic applicator, will say. Make sure it's applied to the correct new layer. Do that to all of them. Do a simulation. Once you're happy with that, then save it as a toolpath template. Now, that's kind of most of it on the software end. Now, never assume that it's good to go. Always, with a new program, make a little square about that size, say 200 by 200, and run that template on that square, just to make sure it's all working correctly, you know. Simulation is great, but reality is the final test, you know. And don't ever make a program and assume it's right and walk away. Always check that it's working before you walk away from the machine. Okay.